stream. Hello, Bot Frog. Today, what we're doing is we're gonna start up a new world in super flat. I guess we can just start a normal creative world. Doesn't really matter. Well, let's start a new world. We'll put it on super flat. I wanted to design today a ship in a bottle shop. Now, I can't imagine it's a whole lot of like designing, but I do have to make it kind of smaller and then design an actual ship for the inside of the boat. I don't want it to be like a massive shop. I just want it basically to be kind of low-key and a bunch of chests, but like I do have to design something because I want it to not look absolutely horrible. And if it does look horrible, maybe I pay like a bickle later to make it look good. I don't know. But let's say something that's at least like decent looking. That's the plan early on. Design. I'll just name it that. And then world type, flat, customize. Not how I wanna. Can I turn off generate structures? Take that off. Off. Phantoms aren't counted as mobs. What? Turn on off all those. That should be good. I just need to turn off mob spawning. Cool, and then we don't get slimes and stuff. Great world. Should just be a plain super flat. And it is. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, I can't forget my status. Hold on now. I can't even just have to joke about that. Okay, well. We're just designing this today, though. If it's an early stream, it's an early stream. We're just doing a general designing for today. Once I have a design I'm happy with, which honestly might take more than just today, we're going to end stream. And if we don't get it done every day, regardless, I'm going to get 2 hours because for the video, the skyblock video, I'm actually really close to getting it done. In fact, it's probably going to be done. Probably going to be done on, say, I want to say tomorrow it'll probably be done, but I'm not going to upload it till Friday. And the reason being is I want to upload it Friday, the video, Saturday, the promo short, Sunday, subscriber Sunday, and then after that, it's just like the normal shorts from the video. And it kind of gives me more time since I'm already, you know, behind anyways. I might as well give myself a little extra time. Might as well. Again, already behind, so, you know, might as well. I think I'll use either oak or spruce for a cork on it, and then I'm going to want log. Birch. I'm also going to want probably some wool. Well, maybe not. Maybe I want to kind of like torn down feel towards like a little replica. I know I want oak stair. Maybe spruce stairs. Log. Go back to logs. Birch. Oak. Let's also grab some stripped spruce. Planks. What kind of planks do I got? I got all those. Trapdoors would probably be good. Trapdoors. Cool. And then let me do slash spawn. How do you spawn in a pirate a rundown ship? I want it to look similar to that. How to spawn in structures in Minecraft shop. But I'll just do it.
So, first of all, commands will need to be enabled.
Yep.
So if they aren't already, pause the game. I'm in creative, so they're all place.
Slash place. Cool.
Then you need to type in.
I can figure it out from there. Thanks, buddy. Actually, real quick, let me just refresh this reload page. I'm also looking to reload. Regardless, the video should be up Friday for the skyblock video. I just have left to do half of the music and audio bouncing. I already have 14 minutes and a half of the 18 and 56 or so, or of the 28 and 56. So I just have like half of it to go for putting in music, and then it's all done, and it's good, and it's up. So, exciting. It's almost done. Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. But yeah, it's almost all done and up. Which is good. Very good. Regardless, let me close out of this and close out of that. I don't need to be looking to reload until later. We'll see what happened with the last game later to see who got it through. It's honestly such a bad event. It's such a joke of an event. I've been thinking that since day one, and I agree. Play structure. Shipwreck. Let's spawn in a few. So, shipwreck normal. And then shipwreck beached. So the beached one is, of course, underground. This one can vary, but I want it kind of similar block. Do I want it to actually just be a shipwreck ship? I might just want it to be a shipwreck ship. But then I have to make the bottle kind of huge. Whereas the beached one, you know, is the sideways one, which I really don't want. If I do a ship in a bottle, I think it would have to be like the Minecraft ship, you know? To where it's like, whatever block am I choosing for this, maybe oak and whatever. Maybe like this, where it's oak and birch, except maybe oak and spruce, and then... Yeah, are all these going to generate on their side, or any of them going to generate upright? Upside down. Sideways, although it's most of a ship. I can just straight up look at this one for a reference, actually. This is straight up the ship I would want, and I just need to put it in a bottle, and then that's the shop. That's the plan, and then I want to have, like, on the side, like right here maybe, a little deck leading over. And then, of course, I actually have to change the actual ship itself, so we will change the ship itself. But I want it to be like a shipwreck ship, so, of course, like this. I can, you know, copy this all to my heart's content, but I want to change it a little bit, and then put this in a bottle. Which... probably gonna be hard to do that low to the ground. Can I generate them in the air? No, they just auto-place on the ground. If I were to go way up and then do it, would it place it on the ground there so I have room to place the bottle? Just testing today. No, not below me. I want to on top of this. Where is it spawning these shipwrecks? Bruh. Okay, they spawn them on the ground no matter what. Alright, let's destroy all the excess ships that I spawned in then. Let's just keep the two that I can use as reference for the general ship. And then I'll just build my own in a bottle. My own version in a bottle, because I will want to change some stuff regardless for it. And then this will be what we'll do for the shopping district. Oh, I'm gonna have so much junk in my inventory. I don't really need to clear out these two, but I'm gonna clear out this one and that one just so they're out of the way. And then we're good to start actually building, and I'm gonna make it literally like this kind of ship. I can just use this one actually as a reference, so maybe I don't need to remove that. Maybe I just remove this, and then I'll use that as a reference. But I want it to be like a shipwreck ship, like literally like the shipwreck, like literally like the shipwreck ship. Maybe change out the format on the ship, but I want that in a bottle, so it's kind of like a Minecraft kind of decorative piece, kind of more than like actual ship, you know. Again, it's supposed to be a ship in a bottle, so not like an actual giant bottle, but yeah, be fun, be good. Hopefully it looks decent once we're done. Hopefully, well then, I don't know. Hopefully, that's the goal. Let's have a decent looking shop. I just want to clear this out the way though. That way it's not in the way of the other boat. I mean, this was far enough, so it really didn't matter. But I already started breaking it, so might as well finish it. Yeah, I just want it to look like a shipwreck. A normal Minecraft shipwreck. Except in a bottle. And not wrecked, of course. I want it to not have any holes. Any obvious holes. I probably won't have the rudder. I don't really like the rudder, to be honest with you. I actually didn't know that the shipwrecks had the rudders. And I don't really like them. But I will build it very, very similar to that. I mean, I need to figure out what dimensions I need for the bottle on the inside. What minimum dimensions I need it to be, because I don't want it to be huge. I don't want the ship to be like massive, because that takes up a lot of area that I don't really need. Because I don't really need a whole lot of area. I just need like area down here that I could use for, you know, a shop, and then area that I could use. Actually, I guess if I'm just doing this kind of ship, I don't need any strip logs, but I don't want to take up random extra space. I don't really want this rudder, for example. I can get rid of that. Although that's in the original, so let me replace that. And then I can design in the new one what I want. Make sure that's what the rudder is, right? Yeah, it's just a weird looking little extra bit of blocks, which is like, why? Cool. All right, now let's start designing the actual bottle. Let's see the dimensions of this, so I know. They're the exact same as this. So then this is at minimum. I need to make the bottle at minimum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, I think. So at minimum, it has to be like a 32 wide glass bottle. Okay. Which way's the sun so I can... It doesn't really matter. Just the lighting will not matter. Actually, I don't... The lighting literally will not matter. So at least 32 at minimum. So let's get a little base bit here. Minimum 32 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 32. So that's the minimum space we need for the bottle. So then I'm thinking we have it on like a back wall, so then you go in and then it'll be that ship, but reversed, and then this way will be the nose of the ship. So this is like the back. How wide at minimum do I need to make this now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not crazy for width-wise. I will want kind of a walk up to it, though. So if it's 9 minimum, let's add 3 on each side. It's probably too little, but we'll say 3 on each side. Which means this would be the 15. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm gonna say 17. Because then, if you take out the 9 from that, that gives me 3 on the inner bit from each side. Which gives me like a little walk into it, kind of. A little walk into the glass break in the ship, which I kind of like. I kind of want to walk way into it, so... A walkway, kind of like the poop deck is where you come in from. You come in, or no, the poop deck's the ship itself. What's the little board called that like you? Maybe that is called a poop deck. I thought this was called a poop deck though. The little board that you have and like shows and like, oh, make them like the plank. The plank. The plank is what you come into the shipwreck on. This is the landing. This would have to be the very bottom base, and this would have to be the width for the upper bit. So let's raise this up. I'm gonna want this in the air regardless, so let's raise this up a bit. I also need to know the height requirements. That's... Maybe I measured that all out right here, and then I can build it separately, just so I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Okay. Let's do 19 for the height of the bottle. I think that would be best, because then I have the 2 glass bits on the outside. 13 for the ship, which means 2 above and 2 below. Definitely okay with it. One thing I'm going to worry about with this glass thing is mobs, but mobs can't spawn on the glass. I'm worried about the ship. I'll probably have to light up the ship some way to make it work. I think it'll be fine. No mobs should spawn in here, hopefully. If not, I'm just gonna make sure I light it up properly. Probably just with like lanterns and torches. I want it to look fairly like that, but it can look different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break all this so I can measure it out. And this will be my measure right here. Will be this right here, so I can come back and measure the heights and distances and make sure. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's also put signs on them so I don't have to recount. 19. 19. This way was 32, I think was the plan for this. So 32. 32. I should replace the sign because I'm going to be building over here. So let me have it face this way so I can just quick check. 32 by 19 by... what was this? 17, I think? 7? Sounds right to me. Cool. Now I need to build roughly within this parameter, which... with the extra bit add on, that's fairly small. That's not bad. Cool. I might not even need to get more glass tomorrow for this, if we finish the design, that is. Cool, let's start building the design now. I want it off the ground, so let's raise it off the ground a bit. So I can actually look at it. And now let's rebuild... It's metal! And now let's rebuild that. So out to 17, fill in the whole thing flat. I could just make it a square and then round it out, I guess, but... regardless, this is the very edge piece we're working with. It's of course going to be 17 wide, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. In place. 17. There we go. And then from there we need to round it out like a bottle. Like a bottle. And then figure out how that's going to be. What space do I need for the very bottom of the ship? Can I do it within a 3? I can fit that within a 3. Yeah, within a 3 works, as long as it widens out. It's 3 for the bottom. So then we're just gonna take this, and I'm actually going to raise this again. This isn't that high off the ground as I thought it was. That shadow's actually really cool looking. Anyway, so we need to now go down a bit on this, and then do 3. Of course, we will change the actual steepness of this to be more bottle fitting if it's not rounded enough. Again, I'm not really a builder though, so maybe eventually we just say, well, I'm commissioning someone instead. It'd be easier. And at the very, very bottom here, I need the very bottom to be 3. Or I could have it more of a wide kind of bottle, so it could be more thicker at the bottom. I could do a wider bottle. It could be more thick at the bottom. Wait. I can't pyramid it down, because that would make it look rounded. I don't know how to make objects round. No, because I've done this before in Skyblock. And trying to make a circular object in Skyblock, and it did not. It was an oval. Regardless, the very bottom here, I need to be probably 5, 3 for the inner bit, for like, yeah. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How is it 6? That doesn't even make, wait, this is not even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 17. Which way is uneven here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. And that makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the inside, which is what I want. Yeah, but then that's 7. So 5 is the very bottom. Let's do 7 for the very bottom. So that doesn't look thick enough. So 7 is the very bottom for each of them. Meaning now I need to figure out how to round out this other semicircle from there to there. To make it look bottle-shaped. Because right now, clearly it does not look like half of a circle from there to there. We'll need to smooth this out. I can make it, I need to make it even then if I want it to be circular. So then I need 7 for the middle as well on that, which I don't know if is possible. Wait, no, this has to be even then if I want it to be circular. Yeah, this has to be even if I want it to be circular, so this has to be 19. This has to be 19, so I have to expand it out a little bit. So 19 by 19 is what we're working with. We have 7 for each side, which means add on to here. Add on to here. So the middle of 19 is the middle of that. So 7 for each bottom piece, for each corner piece. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's make sure, where's 19 from here? Actually, can I just place with tick rate off? And then it's never daytime? Tick freeze. Yeah, I can just tick freeze, and then I can place. Cool, and no longer ever nighttime. Cool. So that's the middle of the 19, so then 9 on each side from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9. And then same over here, so that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this is 9 as well. Double check. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so that's 9. Which means I need from the middle here 18 and then 7 on top, and then I need to put 7 on the sides. And then I need to somehow round this out. And then from there I can close it off back here, and then we need to plan out 32 for the middle bit, which I will do actual 32 for the inner bit here. Then this will be 32 wide, and then from there the actual neck of the bottle. And yeah, and then we just gotta put a ship inside. Now we got a little design we can use. Maybe done today. I don't know. I'm not really a good builder, so it takes me a lot of time to build things if I want it to look nice. I am not a builder. Dude, I never put any effort into building, which is why. So the only way to do it was by learning. And well, I'm learning. Not really, I'm kind of just doing. Which is how you learn. Well, for some people, I do kind of just by doing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Being said, will Google approve of this build? For sure, that's a no. Goob will not approve of this build. This will not be a Goob certified build, I'll tell you what. That's 7. Alright, and then 7 in the middle between these, which would be 9. 9, yeah. 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the middle right here. So then from there, do 3, 3. This doesn't seem even still for some reason. That's the 9. Okay, I guess it's even. I think it's even. 3. 3. Alright. Now from there, I need to connect these and hope it's smoothened out somehow. I think that works. I mean, it'll make it more... I think that works for a glass bottle, though. Yeah, I think that works for a glass bottle. I can have it be more angular. Although I kind of would prefer it to be less blocky and more smoothen, but I kind of mess with that. I kind of don't like that it's too wide though, so maybe I'd want it to be 1 wide. Which would be possible in a cave. Because I'll have the back wall. So yeah, okay. Just see how it looks, and then maybe change some things. It would be possible because I had to dig out the area for this, so it would be doable. Do it like that. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Nothing crazy. I'm not planning to make it the best build ever. I'm just planning to make it look decent. And then if I want, I can hire someone later on, if it's actually worth hiring someone to make it good looking. Make it better looking. There we go. So that's the back piece. Now I need to expand this entire thing out. 32 blocks. And then from there we can design the rest of it. I actually don't need to fill this in because I can imagine. For actually building, I just need like a rough design. So this will work for, you know, that, and then put the lines leading out to the very other end, and then connect that. And then from there we can worry about the actual tip in the base. And then yeah. And 32, so then what I could just use this actually instead. Make sure this lines up. I believe this does line up. Yes, it does. Cool. 2, 3. 2, 3. Then how many ups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. Just make sure this should line up at the middle. I will design the actual entrance too once I have the ship, which I can definitely do. I might need actually to fill this in. Not yet, but I might need to once it's ready. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then while I'm over here, so I don't have to go back, might as well make one from right here. And then if I need to, I will fill this in. I might need to actually fill this all in. Just for designing the other bit. Yeah, then there'll be a ship in here. And once I do this design, I can actually build it on Limelight, which is exciting. Almost as exciting as the fact that I'm uploading on Friday. And I want to say that date now because unless something happens, like I just don't edit at all, it should be done, the video, and then I just need to, like, tonight I should have the video done. If not, I would kind of be really disappointed in myself, to be honest with you. But it should be done tonight. I don't know why it wouldn't. And then I just need to work on the YouTube side of stuff, like thumbnail and title, and get those up, and then it's scheduled for Friday. I could upload it technically tomorrow, but I'd rather have the little extra time to make sure that the promo short is done in time for the day after. And it also just works out best than having one video promo, you know, have the actual promo, and then, you know, it works out best that way. Regardless, that's the general size of the bottle. And then the ship will be in here, which means now from here I need to design the base and the cork. And then we can actually put the ship in that I want to be a shipwreck ship. Kinda. I drank some coffee. Let me drink some water too. I haven't drank like much water today. I drank a lot of coffee, just not a lot of water. I'm thinking about it now. This project's gonna require a lot of glass. I'm definitely gonna have to go destroy more beaches. Let's go back to the old beach I was at. Good thing I got the super smelter set up. That's useful. And the nether, my nether is also now at 72 like everybody else's, so that also helps quite a bit. And a lot of it's iced up, so now there's just a lot of convenience to let me go and get all the glass I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need a lot of sand. Unfortunately, we still don't have shulker boxes, but it's what it is. So this is the middle of all of this that I will have to smoothen out to a base platform. I think for the first smoothing out, it will probably just be all one inward, and it probably will just go inward, 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 until eventually it will be all completely flat, like a little bottom for it. That's what I think I would do. What I think I'm going to do is like a slow smoothing inward, and then eventually it'll be like a flat base. But for now, a little smoothing, because that's how a normal glass is. It kind of like, if you look at like a normal, let's say like wine bottle is what I'm thinking. It's like the kind of glass that is this, right? I was thinking potentially in my head at work, because I didn't think about this too much at work, but I was thinking a little bit. This randomly popped in my mind at work while I was listening to Clueless Podcast. Shout out those guys. But I was thinking about what I'm gonna do for this, and I was thinking it kind of could be cool is if I also like made it somehow like filled with like inside the bottle somehow filled with then it's like a wine bottle, and then you're going into a little decorative ship inside of a wine bottle. That could be kind of cool. And I don't know how you would do that, because you have to dye like a crap ton of water, and then like somehow put a bunch of dyed water, which I don't even know if you can. Like I would be able to do that, right? I don't think I'd be able to do that. Because they would just have normal water. So like, if this was Sky Factory 5, I definitely could do that, because you could dye water in Sky Factory 5. So I definitely could do like Sky Factory 5 do that, and it'd be like really cool. But of course, this is just like normal Minecraft, so I can't like dye a bunch of water and then. But if you look at like a normal glass bottle, for example, like a normal click and drag. If you look at a normal wine bottle. Right, if you look at a normal bottle, it rounds off towards the bottom, right? Well, this is it's more of like a drastic one with this one, but like I was thinking more like that kind of. So it's like slowly, and then just flat bottom after a bit. This is the one that really will have to shrink down to a point and then angular. With the cork on. I want it to look like kind of like a wine bottle, like a little replica ship with like it's regular ship in a bottle. I can look up right now. They probably have corks in them. Ship in a bottle. Yeah, I got corks in them. Oh, this is a cool one. Wait, this is actually a cool one. What? That's sick. It's a little Titanic ship in a bottle. It's dope. Of course, they normally have like the flags and stuff. I want to be a Minecraft shipwreck though. This one doesn't. I want like a cork. This one's kind of cool. And it was like a little liquid. This little beer one. This is kind of like a really cool one though. If I really noticed something like that, like a little. That's a cool one. But yeah, they have the little corks in them. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just planning a little shipwreck in kind of like a wine bottle. You know, that kind of bottle. Where it's like, you know, rounded off and then flat. These ones are more sharp than rounded, but like I just need to round it down a little bit is my main point, and then we have a flat base for the bottom of it. Oh, they're talking about CS2. Give me in 2 hours, yes. In 2 or more hours, yes. They're playing CS right now. If they're playing tonight, I'll definitely join up for a bit. Like, the video will be done anyways, so if they're playing tonight, I'll join up. Oh, hey Ray. Anyways, let's get to working on it. Let's flatten out the bottom. Yeah, I want it kind of like that, or it's like a slowly out and then just flat base. So I don't need to do anything crazy. I don't think for this. I just, you know, not that anything of this would be crazy, but you know what I mean. Just need to round it out a teeny bit, and then flat base. Yeah, it's not gonna be the nicest looking thing. It's just gonna be a decent-ish kind of shop that works and that people will like. And then if I need to, I can always just hire a pickle or someone to be like, hey, my shop's actually doing pretty decent. Let's make it look nice. I mean, I might as well. The whole point is literally just me getting rid of stuff. I was already doing that before the chest, and just now I want everybody else doing a shop. I don't want to leave a chest in Lava's hallway forever. Maybe like 3 out and then flat. I mean, this kind of looks... I don't like that, because then it kind of keeps the more diamond... It makes more look like a diamond the more I angle it out then. I don't really like... I don't really want it to be like a diamond for the bottom. So maybe I do have to do something here. Maybe I have to start rounding out the edges, maybe. And then the final one will be, you know, all these pushed back and rounded out. Yeah, that looks fine if I just round it out there. And then one further back, and then I think we'll do 3 gaps, so one further back, and then after that it's all gonna be smooth for 3 and then base. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll have this be the end bit. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Regardless, I definitely the jungle for CS later. What they say to me, man? If they're playing later, I'm definitely down, dude. I need my weekly, so I mean, we might still be here. Uh-oh. Hopefully they are. I want to play a little bit. Is someone the Greyhound? What did I just say? Oh, it's Forza Motorsport. For some reason in my brain, it looks like the Greyhound Esports logo. I don't think they even are in CS anymore. I'm pretty sure they're not. Because they used to be FlyQuest, basically, what their team is now. Basically, but not really. I think that whole team is like different. Maybe some of the players are still the same, but I don't know, man. I don't know. You tell me, you asked me about Siege team history. I probably know most teams besides Brazil. And I'm like, oh, I can tell you what that team was. Probably. That's some random obscure team that did nothing. Probably tell you what who's on that team. Probably. Maybe. Maybe I just keep going inward and then smoothing out the sharp... No, that doesn't look good. Oh, let me not do that, actually. And then the final one is the flat bottom. Maybe I just do the flat bottom there, because if not, then it's kind of like... Yeah, no, I do the flat bottom there. Then all of this will be, of course, underground in a cave. So you will see the little stone bits. I need to set it to night so I can see more of the actual edges without the light being weird. Set night. Maybe not night. Maybe a higher rate to make it look nice. I don't know. Noon and then yeah, I think it's a decent base for the model. Like if you were to put it up right. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And then we can extend out this way, and then this is the actual nose of it. Which we do have to build, of course. Actual nose of the bottle. And then inside of here, we can put nestled right in here a little shipwreck ship, except actually built and repaired and not just a shipwreck. Probably that'd probably be good. What do you think about this? I told him in 2 hours. I mean, maybe Google will be on in 2 hours. I don't know. Google's on right now, actually. I don't know. Maybe a little CS. I know I said the video would be done Friday, and that's why I'm saying Friday, not tomorrow. Okay. It's not exactly why. I was like, yeah, let me make sure I get everything done. Regardless, the video should be done tonight, and if not, I don't know how, because like it should realistically only take me like probably like 2 hours to get the audio balancing done, maybe 3 hours to get the audio balancing all done. I can do thumbnails probably, and then that's all done tomorrow, and they'll go up Friday, and then tomorrow I can start working on the promo short. That will go up Saturday. Realistically, probably I can get it all done by tomorrow morning. Probably, maybe. I mean, that's why I was like, realistically, it could go up tomorrow, but I'm like, just in case, can be like, no, next day. Cause by the time I get home from work, I like got to stream, and then after stream, I have like an hour. If I had a rush, it's like, I'm good. Anyways, for the wine bottle, it needs to be more out, and then it needs to be more slowly out, and then in a bit, and then out a bit. If that makes sense. Okay, we'll try that. We'll do the same way we did for the bottom, where it's slowly, except this time do not, and I mean do not do the extra bit like I did on there, where I did the extra little plating. For example, this little inward and extra bit. Don't do that. That way this is more narrow feel. Yeah. Oh yeah, one thing I've been watching on the side while like editing quietly has been Punisher, because I've been to watch that for a while now. Just like talk to you guys about things randomly like that though. But I started watching that recently. It's actually not bad. I expected it to not be super bad, but it's pretty decent. It's not like amazing, but it's not like, again, I'm not really watching it either, which is kind of what I do with most shows, kind of just have it on while doing something else. I thought so far it's pretty decent. I can't really watch it, of course, while music and everything. I can't watch anything while doing audio balancing, which I'm doing right now. But again, it's like realistically a few hours of work. Maybe I should just think in my head that everything is audio balancing. I think that's a big thing that makes me like more distracted, is I have something else on the side, and then because of that I get distracted. Like this morning, even while audio balancing, after I took a shower, I had a little bit of CG Sports on, and because of that, even though I was like, oh, let me just audio balance a little bit extra before I go to work, I can only get like a little bit done this morning, whereas I got a lot done this morning before I took a shower, because I wasn't listening to anything. I was just straight up sitting there, actually just listening to audio fully. Whereas instead, I was like, what's? It was literally during a tech box. I was like, what's the GOAT, the greatest coach of all time, saying right now, and just listening. I wonder. There was like me listening to tech pause, and like there was a tech pause, so getting like calm. And during the tech pause, it was just like Diffuser throwing hand warmers at Kino, and Haughton taking a nap, and Gav like joking, be like, "Hey, shh." And the ref's just standing there like, "Dude, come on, I don't get paid enough for this. Come on." Poor ref. Usually they weren't doing anything like disruptive. They were just like talking, but not like talking about the game strats. But you're not supposed to be talking. That's like that's like Gav was like, he was like, guys, come on, shh. You're doing that. I mean, it's true, you can't. You're not supposed to be yammering. You're not supposed to be yammering during the tech pauses, because it's like, oh, you can be talking about strats. To be fair, they can hear what they're saying though, so it's not like they're saying anything about strat. They're just like sitting there like messing around, throwing hand warmers at each other. This event is such a stupid Mickey Mouse event, though. Reload. This siege event, Reload. It's in such, and I hope more of it. They don't do like either. I hope they change Reload for next year, or that they don't do anything like this for any event other than Reload. Because Reload, it's a horrible format. Like, I mean, it is god awful. It's so bad. The format is like. It's just horrendous. Like, I don't know what else to say other than it is horrendous. Maybe I do like this for the base of that, actually. Maybe I swap these around. Cause I kind of like this more for like the cork kind of the style, where it's like more plated than over here where it's the bottom and more flat. Because this is like, and this is ending up more flat, which I kind of like, actually. So then right here would be the base. Oh, I'm just like capturing right now. That's just flashbanging everybody for probably like 20 minutes now. My bad. My mistake, everybody. My mistake. I kind of think I should switch it around. Because I think this is more round kind of feel. Which I would like for the base. Whereas this one's more narrow. It narrows out. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I am gonna do that. Yeah, I'm switching it around. I don't know if that's really a wow moment, like I discovered something, but I'm switching it around. I like that better, I think. And then this can be a thick plate for the bottom bit here. Yeah, Reload's format. Well, let's say Reload. It bad. I know no one here probably can't see it, but like it bad. It's just like normal. If you know like CS format, for example, where it's like, oh, normal event. You know, you're playing in groups. You win. If you win 3 maps, you get in. You either get in going 3-0, 3-1, or 3-2. This event is like you have a weird point system, and like your opponents are seemingly you pick opponent, kind of, but like it's not formatted by like seeding or anything or by like point standings for how you pick. So you pick really dumb, but also like you can have a losing record and also get it through. Like Elevate got through, and all they did was beat the 2 worst teams at this entire event by far, like literally horrible teams they beat, and they got through, and they're gonna go to now play again quarters in actual playoffs that people paid to watch. No one knows this team, by the way. No one's a fan of this team. This team is a bunch of random Brazilians that guaranteed sucks, because anytime they played a real team, they got destroyed, dude. But they're not gonna play a meh team that also kind of abused the format. Or I actually think they played someone good. I can check actually who they play. Just like playing it. That's fair. I think they're playing an actual decent team. I'm gonna check it. I know I closed it, but I want to check. Because I'm pretty sure their opponent is already like guaranteed someone. Who are they playing? Is it someone who's gonna absolutely just murder, like the 7-0? They're playing Wild Card, who already you can tell this event's a Mickey Mouse event, because the only teams in here that could realistically make top 8 in an actual event are Loud, maybe CAG on a really good day, which right now looks like a meh day for them, W7M, Falcons, and with Current Furex, maybe Current Furex, and then another team that's gonna qualify. So 4 of the 8 teams in actual top 8 in quarters don't even come close to even making an event or getting top 4 or top 8 in an event. But because the format, we have some really bad teams. Wildcards actually look pretty good. Maybe a wildcard in an actual event also do. The only teams that I'm really upset about, I'll show you so you what I'm yammering about real quick. I know, yammer. But the only teams, like, these are the teams that are guaranteed through right now. The other one is Phase or Furia. Either one of those, like, literally, this is SI winner. This is top 3 at SI / 1 for an entire year straight. Not the year last year, but the year before last year. So it's like literally 2 guaranteed top tier, consistent top teams, right? Either one of these teams you can see take a top 8 at an event. Realistically, both usually do at an event make top 8, because usually they play each other earlier on based on like seeding. Like they both end up going like 3-0 usually. They play each other, 1 wins, 1 loses. So like one of these 2, yeah. This one, yeah. Loud, maybe. I mean, they've never done it before, but they got top 6 at SI, so realistically they probably could. They're not a bad team, especially if they think that Daffodil over Dash is an upgrade. Or not Dash, Daffodil over Flash 3 is an upgrade. I think it was Flash 3, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, you got some teams, though, that don't even make events, although they do look pretty good with the roster, I'm not gonna lie to you. They don't look like amazing. My main problem with this event, though, is you can just beat up on, like, really bad teams. Like, for example, Elevate is the biggest example. They're a really garbage team. They lost 7-4 to CAG, right? Which, of course, Liquid also did. So it's like, oh, okay, but CAG, they beat them. Could not beat Furex. Couldn't even beat BDS, by the way. 1-4. They played 5 matches, lost 4 of them. I mean, they played 3 Brazil teams, though. I mean, that's kind of... Did they not use any of their chicken out cards? They played 3 of the... Dude, how do you play 3 of the 5 Brazilian teams? That's horrible. Brazil's insane. I would not... No. And then they lost to Furex, which, I mean, Furex looks pretty decent right now, to be fair. They look not bad at all. They're 4-1 right now. Their only loss was to literally literally Falcons, which is like a really good team. But like you have random teams in here that are like, you know, But like CAG is questionable, right? They even lost to the BDS, which looks pretty right now, right? Not even overtime against Fear X, so it's like, not even 5-7 either. It's like, right? Right? It's like, teams that genuinely have more points don't like. They need to let teams like this, like if they were to change this event, if I were to change this event, I would let both of these teams, and it's not really especially W7. I think W7 regardless will get top 8 and make it the playoffs. But they need to make every team play 5 matches, right? This team should be able to play another match because they would probably win it and get first seed, right? The seeding would be different regardless. This team would play another game, get first probably, if we let them play. This team maybe loses their next game. This team 100% loses their next game. They only beat the 2 worst teams in the event. Hands down, both of them got 7-0. This one by a garbage team. These 2 teams suck, right? They're horrible. They only beat both of these teams in overtime for 1, and this one was almost overtime. That is sad. These teams, again, they suck. Like, they are god-awful. This team dropped their best player, and this team is directionless without their GOAT coach, right? Directionless and dropped their best player, who by far hard carried them, especially locally in Japan. They dropped the best Japanese player, who pick up some random Japanese player. That's not good. It's not good. Regardless, right? Right? Especially when you look at like how these teams normally do on actual land, right? A lot of teams that are going like 3-2, for example, aren't, you know, playing good teams doesn't matter. Like this team beat literally a world champion, a consistent top 8 team, and a Brazilian team that just got 6th. They only lost to the 3rd place at SI team, right? And then a wild card that looks pretty decent right now. So an upset loss and then a loss expected. They beat teams they should not have probably beat. Still did not get even close to still out. Sorry, you're out of the event. It's like, that's a horrible format. Like, even if it's like the point system, I would be okay with this, as long as you let every team continue playing. Because then you don't have bummy teams that shouldn't be there, like Elevate, and instead you would have M80 or even G2 that I don't agree with being up here, but like, they've looked pretty bad, but against NA, they look like world stars, except for wildcard. Or I guess except for SSG. How do you lose SSG and wildcard, but then beat DZ? I don't know. Regardless, teams like M80 would instead get their place in because they 100% wouldn't get lost to people auto-qualifying from literally playing against garbage teams like CAG and like Elevate, even though CAG might actually be able to get also here because CAG actually didn't look bad. Regardless, I don't know why I'm yammering so much. I want to get back to building because we only have until the 2-hour mark. I don't get back to enough yammering. Siege though, bad event. I think I would like a change of the event. I don't even mind the way it really is. I would just like it to be more normal event based, right? It's going out of its way to be like, hey, we're different, which I don't like at all. Like, I don't mind when something is like different. Like, I don't mind that the event's different. I think it's cool they're trying something like new for the partner teams. What I don't like is the way they set it up, right? It's very unfair to actual good teams. It is set up to make teams that are garbage and will guaranteed not even make the major when that comes around. It's set up to make those teams prosper, which is dumb and bad. It's like, why? No one's even a fan of these teams for a reason. Like, it doesn't make sense at all, Ubisoft. Like, why? And it's a Ubisoft thing, too, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know if it's Blast doing it. Because Blast historically has been bad on decision-making, but, like, I'm pretty sure this is just Ubisoft, which also is historically bad on decision-making. So it's just all around really questionable as an event. Like, these, I guarantee half of these teams are not going to be probably even close. Well, maybe not half. But a fairly decent amount of these teams will not even be close to getting out of groups in the actual major, if they even get to the major. And a lot of these teams are not going to be at the major. Like, Elevate, maybe, but I highly doubt will even make the event. They're going to lose to a team like Weibo, who's like an actual top-tier Asian Pacific team. Especially if they change it to be like a more APAC. I'm pretty sure it's going back to APAC qualifiers too. So like they have to compete with them. They have to compete with the two decent OCE teams, one of which being a European import team, but with good European imports. It's against those teams are actually decent. Weibo, who's just genuinely a good Asian team, and then presumably a good Asian team. On paper, it should be really good. To compete with them though, and then on top of that, you have to compete with like the OCE really good teams, and then teams like Fear X and CAG, who are clearly better than you. To go to an event with 4 spots every region, and you don't have one of those spots, you're not gonna win one of them. You're gonna lose to CAG, you're gonna lose to Fear X, you're gonna lose the OC teams, and you're gonna lose to Weibo, and maybe even get upset by a random no-name team. Like that I can guarantee with this Elevate roster, because they looked horrible. They were probably, I'll be real with you, and that's the reason I hate this format so much and think it's a bad format. They're probably the worst, the third worst team at this event. And because the way the event is formatted, they just auto-qualify and get to the actual top 8 position. And they're going to get absolutely destroyed in top 8 by a wild card who looks pretty good right now, shockingly. And maybe they bring that look to NA, which I actually wouldn't mind. Everyone's thinking going in that they're going to be like awful, but I mean, Dash is showing he's still Dash. And Baby Shark actually was a good pickup. Spiker's actually doing pretty good at IGLing. I'm like, oh, okay. That's why like my biggest takeaway from this event is, oh, this is pretty decent. Cloud9 is definitely still bad, though. Cloud9 I'm looking at right now, and I was like expecting them not to be the best, but they're not. They aren't the best. And it's not even like Giddy that like people are expecting to be bad. It's like straight up like not even like Giddy, which is shocking. Because Giddy was expected to be their worst player by a lot of people, because they were like, oh, he shouldn't be in the league. Giddy's garbage. I always thought, nah, Giddy's a dirty work player. He does what he needs to. And I stand by that. I like Giddy. We stand Giddy. I don't know what stand, but I don't know what he does. He seems like a more professional person though. He kind of just does, just plays and grinds and plays his own game. Doesn't really, do anything to anybody. Just kind of big chiller, big chiller kind of vibes. And he's a grinder, dude. He does what is needed to win. He does not care what he has to do. He'll do what he needs to win, and I respect a player like that a whole lot. Let's maybe do 5. I think 5 might look nicer. I only know one Cloud9 player. For what, Siege, or for what game? For what game? That's a big question. I don't know for what game. I don't. A lot of games. Oh, you're talking about Mango? Everybody knows Mango. You're talking about Mango. Everybody knows Mango. You don't know Mango? Or unless he's not with C9 anymore. I don't know. I think he's still with C9. I think League. I don't know. I didn't even know they had a League team. I don't know. Zach. I don't know leagues. I don't know who that is. I just know like the usuals, and then Siege, because I know a lot of Siege, because I love Siege. That's true. I love Siege. Let's round this out to be the base of the bottle. I think this works for the neck of the bottle. I think that works for like rounding it out, and then I might need to adjust that a bit, but that kind of works, and then I can round it out. And this definitely works for a base, so Zach, let me look up League of Legends. I don't know any. I don't know. Let me look up League of Legends. Zach, or I can just look up Cloud9, and then go to their other games and eventually find. Unless they're not an active player, they might not be. Zach. Okay, that doesn't tell me much. Oh, Sneaky! Yeah, everybody knows Sneaky. Aren't they a content creator now? Or are they still playing? I don't know what they do. No, they're still playing. They're still on Cloud9. They've been there since 2020. Yeah, everybody knows Sneaky. I know that person. This guy. Don't they cosplay? Isn't that like what they're known for? I know they like stream. Right? Do they not stream? They just do cosplay? I just know like they're pretty well known on the internet. I don't even know what their personality's like though. I don't know nothing about this person. I know the name though. I didn't know they were an active player. I thought they were just like a retired content creator. To be honest with you. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I was talking about this. What is this? Random Chinese team. Is this the team that qualified? I don't know. I can't tell what the name. What's about this Cloud9? You don't know any of these Cloud9 players. You don't know any of these guys. And I don't blame you. You know Dream. Everybody knows Dream. You don't know Dream. Not the YouTuber. He's actually like the exact opposite. This guy's just a big teddy bear. Like literally, he's actually just like so nice. Like he's just a sweetheart. He's like the definition of a giant teddy bear. This dude's awesome. Like genuinely, this dude's just awesome. He just chill. Like thing is, he was out of like pro for like a year. Didn't even complain. Just played tier 2 and like worked a normal job. Spent time with his wife. Didn't like complain. Doesn't have beef with anybody. He's just genuinely a good dude. And because of that, unwanted when like 2/3 of the roster got bought up by a big org for money. They were like, "Yo, Dream, you've been grinding not even tier 2, like tier 3." Like he literally wasn't even on like a good team in tier 2. He was on tier 3. And everybody was like, "We love you, Dream. You're playing with us." And then he was like, "Yeah, okay." And then he went to the event, got top 6 because he played good too. And now he's on Cloud9. So everyone likes this guy. He does like little claps, does little smiley faces. Great, man. Not again, a lot different than the actual Minecraft. A lot different. So you would not say the same about that guy. Yeah, he's really cool. He's really good. Cool guy. Cool guy. And anyway, it was other people, but you know, Dream. I just want to talk about. Oh yeah, Dream though. Cool guy. Cool guy. Not the actual, but that guy. Cool guy. Cool little cool guy. Plays Siege sometimes. Goes pew pew on the Siege games. I actually don't know why I ever got dropped from Oxygen, to be honest with you. I don't even think his numbers were bad. I don't remember. I remember Fox's numbers being bad when I got dropped, but I don't think his were even like bad. To be fair, that team was dysfunctional, so even if they were, it wasn't really like. I was a support player. If your team sucks, you're gonna look horrible. Like that's just a factual statement. Unless you're like doing nothing to help your team. If you're a support player, your number is gonna look horrible if your team is horrible. But usually not like drastic. Like if people are using that excuse to defend like Uno, for example, you don't know. You know the game Uno. You don't know Uno the player. But they're defending Uno for like looking horrible stat wise. And it's like Uno 100% is the problem. Like I don't know why they keep signing Uno when Uno sucks. Like he's sucked every time he's been with him, and he doesn't IGL. He's just a really garbage support player. And there's like star level support players they could get. They're just like, no, we want Uno. It's like, why do you want Uno? Why? You've never done anything good in your entire history with Uno. You've signed him like 3 times as an org. And you've never in one of those occasions done anything worth value with Uno. You've went from a top tier team to bad every time with Uno. Like it's literally a pattern. You're like, oh, we're starting to get bad. Let's sign Uno. And then they just get worse. It's like, why? Why would you do that? You were already not good, and then you sign like a horrible support player and you get worse. It's like, what did you think was gonna happen? That might be fine. I might want to round out the cork a bit. Maybe do two, and then do a little bit more this way. Let's do a little more this way, yeah. I kind of like that though, and then we'll figure it out for the extra bit. We'll do that, and then we'll extend out 3 this way, and then I want to round out this, make it more this way, push the glass further back this way, and then we're good to put in the cork, I think. Then we have, of course, to design the ship in the model, which we still have an hour for today. Regardless, pretty good, you know, should be able to have it done tomorrow, and then actually start building in the actual world. Well, we're gonna start building it. I'm probably gonna need to get a bunch of glass set up and get a location set up and read the shop district rules before we do all that. I will have to take a lot of trips though to get sand, which you should be able to do all in one day. Get at least all the sand at least in one day. Throw it in the super smelter, and then one more, and then we can do the cork. Right, and then that's the bit, and then I need some sort of rim on here, so maybe like a 2 wide around here. Maybe 2 and then, yep. And then this is the actual top of the bottle. Nothing different? Yep, nothing different. Okay, cool. And then thicken this up and put a cork sticking out of it. Put on the cork. Three, and then just boom, boom. And let's smoothen the other bit of glass, and then we can actually do the cork on here. So let's smoothen out. Missing a piece right here. Why does this look weird? No, it's good. And then let's smoothen out this side of things to make it more rounded. That kind of looks fine to me, actually. I kind of like that. Wait a minute. Am I crazy? Or is it just like my... I kind of like that. No, yeah, I kind of like that. Like a little short bottle. Like a Jameen. Right? I don't know. I don't drink. I don't drink, so I don't know. Let's put a little spruce cork in here. Let's have it stick out maybe like 3 blocks. Yeah. And then we just need to fill in the inner bit here. And then I can actually fill in the rest of the glass and start just letting me ship inside of here. I do the ship before I fill in the glass, to be honest with you. I want it to be like a shipwreck style ship. And then I'm gonna need to log a lot constantly on that day to check stuff. And the chat and the feed in the chat is gonna be annoying. It's gonna be disconnect, connect, and disconnect, connect. Regardless, after stream, I might be joining some people for some CS, which is exciting, assuming they're not 5-stack right now. They're 4-stacked, so I mean, maybe after stream, maybe. Just maybe. Or I can focus on the edit, I don't know, one of the two. If they do the little need one, then whenever I'm done streaming, I'll probably join them. Not, I probably should get the video done. That's probably priority number 1, to be honest with you. It definitely is priority number 1. I really want to get the video for sure up on Friday, which I don't think will be an issue. I should be able to finish all of it tonight. I just need to do 14 more minutes, basically, of audio balancing and putting in music and putting in songs, which I'm being a lot less picky about songs, kind of. So, like, I've been having the music play for longer instead of, like, cutting every minute, for example. Like, I did a lot. And I guess my last video was also longer, too. So I guess not really. I don't know. Anyways, I'm putting I'm trying to, like, make the little songs last longer in the video. Kinda less cutting music constantly. So then maybe 5 in from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's probably good. And then I will need to get all the resources for this, which I will have to tomorrow. Go find a spruce biome further out away from me, or just get some spruce saplings and start cutting them down. Plus, Bickle has some. Oh, maybe I can ask Bickle, like, hey, Bickle, you got any? Then I have to wait for them to grow, which I don't really want to do, to be honest with you. Tomorrow will be resource getting, though. We're just working on the ship now, so tomorrow will be resource getting. All of tomorrow. We'll just be getting all the spruce we need. We're gonna need a lot of spruce. Probably spruce and oak mainly. I'll probably do spruce and oak. I mean, I could do birch and oak, but I think I'd prefer spruce and oak. How many blocks is this actual cork? I know it's 6 on the inner bit, and then 2, 3 sticking out. So 9 blocks. How does that look from... like this way? That looks fine. Extra block I think would be too big of a cork, so I think it looks fine. Cool. And then I want it to be angled like this in the shop from this way, so then from here I need to do the actual enter into the ship. Yeah. which means I can actually do the whole backing, which I might as well do now. That way I have the whole backing on it for when I actually need to build it. I don't have to worry about the whole backdrop of it. I can build the whole backdrop now. I just need to keep this half open for what I want to do with it. More coffee. Yeah. I was gonna say I'm gonna leave it until I warm it up, but same time, coffee. You know what I hate about hot coffee? Cools down way too quick, in my opinion. I'm a slow sipper, if you will. I like to enjoy the flavor, which means I'm not just chug, chug, chug. I'm like, I need to drink this over the course of many hours for this single small cup of coffee. Which when it's in a little ceramic glass, right? Not like glass, it's ceramic, but you know, like a little ceramic mug. That means it's gonna cool fairly quickly. And I mean fairly quick. Let's also do this bottom here, the whole base for it done. But it's gonna cool rather quickly. If I do say so myself, rather quickly. And then, you know, it just kind of sits there cold, and I'm like, oh, so they don't chug it. It's fine when it's like a styrofoam cup, because then it keeps the warmth kind of. The styrofoam keeps the warmth more than ceramic. Ceramic kind of is naturally colder. It feels like it keeps it colder. Which is not really, you know, planned. Yeah, not really planned. Kind of wants to be warm, you know. So I just end up drinking cold coffee most of the time. From the warm coffee, just turning cold. I drink it slow. Again, I like to enjoy the flavor. I'm a drink sipper, you know. To slowly sip. I put some ice cubes in my cold drinks, and I sit there and I sip on them for the next few hours. You know, I ain't chugging it. I'm drinking water with it, okay? I'm like, sip of this, sip of water, you know? Not at the same time, after a little bit, you know, maybe I'm like, some water instead of that drink, you know? I have to be a slow sipper. Or savor it, you know? I'm already gonna be drinking like a Dr. Pepper, which is like insane sugars. I might as well enjoy it, you know? Over the course of hours to just chug. It's like, what? Ew, no. Ew, no. I'm gonna slow sip it in a glass mug. A ceramic glass mug. With like, at minimum, 2 ice cubes. Nice and fresh, crisp. Yummers. All I gotta say is yummers. Dr. Pepper? Ooh. Cold Dr. Pepper? Ooh, yummers. You can't disagree with that. Dr. Peppers are amazing. That's true. They're the best soft drink, hands down. No one can deny that. It's just a true statement. Nothing like a crisp, cold Dr. Pepper. That's again a true statement. Again, I probably won't join unless they do the little need one. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I do want to join Blizzard's, yes, but I'm not gonna probably join unless I see like an need one, at CSU need one. After stream, that is, because I'd rather edit. I want to get this done. I want to upload, man. I want to upload. It's been literally at this point, literal months. I just want to get that video up. I want to get a video up. That being said, though, after I get this one up, hopefully Elden Ring is literally right at the end of all these shorts. I will not subtitle these shorts again. I will just camera adjust for the shorts. Because oftentimes, for example, let's say that right there, that boat's a key focus. I might a lot of times be like looking over and like look at it like this. Realistically, I do like that. I don't like make sure to go, oh. I more or less just go and look at it myself. So I want to make sure everything that's like the key focus is the key focus. So, yeah. I'll have to do some adjusting for that, but I won't be subtitling like I normally do, which should save me a lot of time. And I can start on the Elden Ring video, which hopefully get on fairly decently. Actually, I'm thinking about it. It's not too many more hours of actual footage now that I'm thinking about it, because of things like designing and creative. Like I designed a slime part, for example, for a stream and creative. So that makes the video, I think that makes the total footage for Sky. Like I was thinking about it earlier. Remember I talked to Goob about it being 16 hours, and me thinking about it's like probably 18 hours. Because I for sure have like the day of me designing, I have like the days of me designing stuff. Notably for that, I know I designed the slime farm, which is for an extra 2.5 hours. I think it was during that time. It was just 2 hours, but I know it was at least 2 hours of that. Which when I add on, it's like 18 hours of footage. And then, for example, the Elden Ring video is only, I think, 24 hours then. So, you know, not much more. Maybe 25 in total, so not much more. Not a whole lot more, only 7 more. Meaning it'll only take 3 months. Hopefully not. Again, I'm gonna try to get it out. But all the things are over. I want to do that with every video from now on. Having the next video out by the time all the shorts are over. Maybe actually get ahead on uploads for much, but I really doubt because I don't really have like a schedule or anything, so or like ahead or anything, you know. But you know what I mean. Ahead of the shorts at very least, maybe I'll get to. I mean, if this video does good, the Skyblock one does good, then it might. I don't know. I don't know. I hope it does good. I really do. I really do. But if it does do good, then I will have the all of them together compilation thing, which is just like, boom, done. All the shorts done. Have them up. Best shorts I re-uploads from the original. So it's like, you know, quick little boom, it's going up. Which will give me more time to work on the video after that, which will probably be like me recording something new, whether it's Elden Ring, more Elden Ring, or if that is the chunk by chunk. Gives me more time for that. I definitely will need for the Elden Ring if I have to record an Elden Ring. If I have to record it. So I want oak and spruce for this, and then what is my block palette? Oak and spruce, I think, is gonna be my block palette. So oak I'm gonna use as my lighter color. I think I want spruce for the boat itself. Yeah. Okay. So then I'm gonna need oak log, oak. Yeah, and then I like oak trapdoors better, so I'll use oak trapdoors. If I use trapdoors, I won't necessarily want the boat on the inside the same. I want the boat on the outskirts the same though. Which means I'm gonna need. What are we doing with the dark trim with the light? I think I want light with the dark trim actually. I think I want them to be the same as this, except with the birch. Instead of the birch, I want instead of the birch, I think I want spruce. Yeah, I think I want spruce. I might change the actual interior though, the boat quite a bit, probably. To be able to fit the shop stuff on. Regardless, that means I'm gonna need oak wood and oak stairs. Any oak slabs for the base of the boat? I don't think they built this with any slabs. Or did they? And then I'm of course gonna need the same for dark oak. Plus, I'm gonna need not dark oak, spruce. So I'm gonna need spruce. Spruce. I like spruce trapdoors too though. So I'll grab some of these also and throw them in my survival inventory. I want spruce stairs and slabs and also fences because they have fences for the trim. Cool. Now let's build this minus a rudder, which means 32 on the sides, right? I made it 32 on the sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 28. So then 2 on each side from where the base is. Which means 1, 2 in by 1, 2 in, and that's the middle right there. The middle. Alright. I want the nose of the ship to be where the nose of the bottle is. So how far from the nose in does it start? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in from the nose. 8. 8 in and then the bottom. Right? Yeah. 8 in and then the block. So 8 on top of the 2. First, though, I need to remeasure the height of this. I want it to be even. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, I want to count in a way I can actually count. So, how far in is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's 19, right? For the height? So 19 minus 13 minus 2. Wait a minute, I just realized if it's... No, it's 32 on the inside. No, we're good on that one. I think we're good on that. I think we're good on that one. I don't know if it's 32 with the glass on the outside. I think it's 32 on the inside, like for the actual strip. That I can work with, I think. Maybe it's 30, in which case it's kind of more difficult. Kind of more issues. Regardless, 19. Why am I counting? I wrote this down. Wait, no I didn't. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 13 for the boat. Okay. So 13, 28, by what, 9? It's 13 H, 28 W, or width, height, width, length. I think it'd be length, and then the width is 9 W. Let's do capitals so I know what's what. Oh, it's not lowercase h. Or, yeah. So 28, yeah, okay, I have it all written down now. So, from there, that means I need it to be, since it's 19, with 2 off the sides, I need to be 2 off the ground. Starting right here, 2 off the ground. Make sure this is also 32 though, real quick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Wait, what? That's 31. That doesn't even make sense. How is it even possible? It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 31. It actually is uneven. Alright, my solution is to push everything on that back bit back 1. So it's to push all this back 1 is the plan. And then break 1 on the inner. And then I'll just need to go through on the inner side and break 1 on each. And then go on the inner side and break 1 on each side. Back up. Then check for any blemishes once it's done. It's really hard to see where I need to place a block with all this glass. It's all just blending into it itself with the little barriers on it with the texture pack. Case in point, I thought I just messed up right there. Oh my goodness. We're almost at the flat bottom though, which is good. Really good. Oh wait, that's a problem though. Because then I have to figure it out for this one as well, which I guess I can just follow the outline. Try to follow the outline. It's kind of hard again to see with those glass. There's a lot of glass. Is that? No. I'm not gonna not lie, staring at the glass like this is starting to hurt my eyes. No, mainly my right eye, oddly. Regardless, I am gonna be able to start designing the ship here soon. Placing the ship in here, we might need until tomorrow, but once we get done with this tomorrow, we're gonna hop on the server and actually start building it. There we are, and then I just need to go into here and break it all one block inward, which will probably cause problems. There will be a problem somewhere, probably. Maybe a missed block or something, but hopefully we're good to just break it all. Like this for now, just so it's even, and I can make sure when I measure it. So I can check later. There we go, and then keep breaking one inward. No, not there. That's actually needed. Oh, this is gonna ruin like the thickness of the bottle that I wanted. Actually, was it this side that was? No, this is the thin side that I wanted. Okay, this is the thinner. Even though like the base of the bottle normally is thicker, this is the one I wanted thinner for it. And just one on the base. Yeah. Okay. And then I think all this is the base right here that I can break to flatten out. You can worry I'm gonna break something and then like not remember how it was and then have to refigure out how it was and fix it. There we are, and then I have the 2 thickness for the bottom, right? Yes. Alright, how does that look? Does that look like the base of the bottle still? Yes, yes it does. Cool! And then I can actually make sure, just to make sure that this is 32, by going in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 20, 21, 22, 24, 30, 31, 32. Oh, thank God it's 32. Cool. Even 32, just like I wanted it. Now, I want to make sure that the height is still the same. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes, it is. Cool. Now, I believe it then 2, 13, so 2, 2. Okay. So 2 up by 2 up, I want to start building the actual that. So that's in 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 8 and then. So 10 in is where I have the first little bottom slab, and that's up 2 blocks off the ground. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, and then right here is where the first block's gonna be. Facing upside down, facing that way. Which I don't know if I could do unless I do a little boom. That's the very base of the ship right there. Alright, where does the ship end at? I know it's all just connected, but where does it actually end at? Make sure there's no slabs or nothing on the side here. No, it's just, okay, yeah. Cool. And then where does it end at for, not the rudder, but like without the rudder, where does it touch the ground? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3. 6 blocks in, and then that. Okay. Of course, the 2 also on top of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then right here should be that. Be that one. And then connect the whole bottom. Let's make sure it's right. I will count the bottom and how that is, and then make sure it's accurate. If not, we have some issues that I need to fix. Alright. And I will change the actual interior, that way I have space. I just want to build like the outer shell, ideally. And then I can actually do the interior. Maybe I do the interior later. Just have it be a shell for now, maybe. I want it more all built though, instead of only part built. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the middle blocks are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 on the inner bit. Well, for the inner bit. Let's count it, make sure it's accurate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Why is that bigger than it should be? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Why is it bigger than it's supposed to be? I'm so confused. Wait a minute, I'm not confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see what I did. That was 8 plus 2. I didn't do the plus 2. Okay, now I'm confused. I messed it up again. So this should be 10 out. So from right there, out 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here I think should be it. These should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, I was right. That's what was messed. That was messed up. That's what was messed up. And then I'll have the ship floating in here. You'll go in through the side onto like the poop deck. It's not called poop deck. It's called the plank. You walk the plank. And then from there, I can actually start designing a little outer bit with just normal wood, which is basically just copying this. Although I want to actually get the whole frame of this first. So block and then it goes up for 4 blocks like that upward. Okay. 4. Yeah, 4 blocks like that upward. Okay. That's for the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then what? Block, and then 1, 2, 3. Block up, and then 3. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's the top of the ship, which doesn't give you a whole lot of space for... Well, no, I guess the chub ship's like actually right here. It gives you plenty of space, actually. Yeah, okay, cool. Then how's the back? Minus the rudder, because I will get rid of the rudder. I don't like the rudder at all. 1, 2... 2 space, and then 1. Alright, 2 space, and then 1. Two space, and then 1. And for actually building this, I'll probably just take a crap ton of screenshots. Tomorrow at the start of the stream, I'll probably just take a crap ton of screenshots, and then whenever we're ready to build it, probably I'll do that. I'll probably get resources all of tomorrow. / finish building it tomorrow, the design-wise. I do want it a little bit different from this, so I do want to design right now. If I were to replace it, then it would be like that if I were to get rid of the rudder. Right? That's how it'd be if you got rid of the rudder. This is how I would want it instead if I were to do it. Wait, what? Yeah. Wait, so that means I actually don't need to do anything for the back bit, because that's all just... In this case, it's all just that. Because I can't connect them like that. I guess I could, but it wouldn't look good, so... Alright, so I guess just 1 out. I don't need to have the extra bit then. And then from there, we'll actually do the rest of the actual ship. Cool. And then we're ready to build the rest of the ship. That's the trim. Now I can build the ship around the trim. Because that's just the trim of the boat. Right? I'm going to watch Gundam. That's fair. That's fair. Valid. Alright, well, I hope the Gundam's good. I don't know which Gundam show, but, you know, there's a lot of them. There's actually a lot of Gundam shows. Like a whole lot. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show. Bye, Mel. Gundam ZZ? I'll have to look that up. Actually, I'm gonna look that up right now. Hey, see you, Mel. It was nice having you. Maybe I watched that. I don't know. Oh, it's this one. I think I've already watched this. Have I watched this? I recognize the actual Gundam itself. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to editing. Enough yammering. I'm gonna go back to building this, not editing. Watch. I'm going to building this while the less of the time we have left. And then all on here is 1 block out from stern to stem. Okay, yeah. All 1 block out. All from there, all the way over. And then on top of that, I will have a layer of stairs. A layer of stairs. Alright, what else? What else? I think you make blueprints and stuff like this, but I don't ever do blueprints, so I'm not gonna. And then from there, is it out another full block? Or is it oak from there? It's oak from there. It really doesn't matter since it's the inner block. But, yeah, basically I go out how many from there? Just 2? Just 2? And then these are wrapped around, but just 2 and then plank. Alright, so really just 2? Yeah, just 2 and then a plank above it. And then these go until they're even with that. On the front. The back is more complicated. Let's just do the center bit for now. So 2 and then plank and then other plank, other stair above that. Okay. 2 plank stair. Wait, what? So then there'd be another one on top of here. And then a plank above that. 2 planks above it, technically. Although I can change that, however. Then I just need to design the interior of this, which I definitely can, by making the boat lighter to give more space. Design a little interior in here. And then the plank would have to be out from right here, or I'd have to break some of this to fit a plank in here, a little way in the ship. But yes, this is onto the ship, just like that. And then this, I know for a fact, is just around here. Just around that. This right here, I believe, is also a thing. Let's design the back a bit, because it's more rounded also out. And then from there we can figure it out. So even with that rudder, we start and we go up 1, 2, 3. Oh, so yeah, until this becomes flat. We go up. Boom. Boom. Wait, until it goes flat. So right there, I think? It's even on the flat, right? Yeah, okay. And then it goes out 4, and then the rest is more smoothened down a bit. So 4, slab, boom. Alright. Yeah, alrighty. That's how it is, yeah. 4 and then slab below it, and yep. So 4 out, and then slab below. So, boom, boom, 3, 4, and right here is 2, 3, and then slab. And then what's below that? That doesn't seem right. Why does that not seem right? I mean, it is. That's how it is. It just seems very choppy, which I guess, again, is how that is. So. No, yeah, that's how that is. And then, of course, see around the back, right? Here. Boom. There we are. Just make sure that looks not correct. Why? What is different? What's different about it? I'm very confused about this right now. I'm confused of what's different. Oh, have that facing inward is the difference. That's kind of my choice for that, though. I kind of like this better than how it was. We'll see how it looks once it's done, I guess. Alright, now what? For now, let's just get bottom up. So then from there, just plank all the way around. Yeah, plank all the way around on the tops. And then back here, a little corner piece for where the rudder was. I believe it was like this, where there's wood all around here. But then I had a little on right there. Just like that. You know, I just had a thought, which you might have already thought about. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what is it, Ray? What is it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of that. What is it? What did I miss? What did I do wrong? And then... How did I have it from here? Up one block. Okay. And then go boop, boop, boop. There we go. And then, of course, out here I have the extra upside down. And then I do the little top part. I'm actually able to get this done today with the exterior. Maybe not the interior. The interior I actually designed because that's the actual shop. The actual shop bit. But once I have it all done, I'm able to just get some screenshots. I could learn how to do schematics. I don't know how to do schematics, though. I could learn how to make them, I guess. Unless I have to change a lot of things. I don't know how to use the schematic mod, though. I want to build a ship first instead of the bottle, just in case the ship is a bit taller in general. I already pre-planned. I want it to be exactly like the shipwreck height. So, I already pre-planned it. Like the start of stream, I pre-planned I counted the width and length and all that, which is right there. And then I, of course, made the glass for how much I want it. So if it's 13 for the ship, I added 2 on the sides for the extra bit, and then I want 2 space between bottom and top. So then 19 in total, and that's including the giant pole, of course, on there. And then I also accounted for, like, let's say the width, right? The width is 9. I wanted it to be quite extra wide because I wanted a walkway. So then, of course, you do 9 plus the 2 for the glasses on the sides, which is 11. And then I want 4 on each other side. So then I did that for the math, put it together, 19. And then for this way, it was 28. I said, okay, I'm gonna have 28, but then of course the bottom and then the root, but like the middle bit I want 20 is 28. So then for the middle bit, I want 32. I want 2 extra space in the middle bit. Of course, it doesn't matter because, you know, but 2 little spaces in the little bit. And then of course there'll be the whole nose, which is extra space, and the bottom of the bottle. So I pre-planned it ahead. So I won't have to worry about that. Already pre-planned at the very start to plan in width and height and all that. So the ship won't be too big. Regardless, the ship won't be too big. I already planned to have space extra. And if I need to, and I want it to be taller on top for some reason, I could just lower the whole thing down 2 blocks, and then I have 2 extra space. And then I'll have 4 extra space gaps that I didn't use already, if I want to do that. Or I could always change the design, have it be like maybe the ship breaking through the top of the glass. You know, it's like a little ship that's like crammed into a magic bottle or something. Could always do something like that. So, could always do that. Could. Will I? I'm not that talented. I am not a good builder. So probably not, to be honest. This actually is giving me quite a bit of inside space that I can use for a shop too, which is nice. I just need to make, of course, a way down into here and then... Ooh, yeah, that's actually gives me a decent amount of space. Not bad. Not bad. I just basically didn't have a bunch of chests that are like, oh, take whatever. One diamond, full stack. Basically, early on, until I actually diversify and get more stuff automated. See, Ray, this is my plan for next season, is since I'm not a good builder and I am a horrible builder, I can just have someone else do the building. That's my plan for next season in like a year, right? In a year plus when we start it, is team up with someone. I can do all of the, like, okay, we need to do this, we need to build this automation thing. I will do that. You design it. You build it out. You build something around it to make it look nice. I will design it for us. I will get a working design that is ideally pretty efficient. You just make it look pretty. That's my plan for next season. It's just like Whether it's a new person who joins or someone who's already in, just be like, you're basic with me and you're gonna like it. And they're like, no. And then I'm like, okay, next candidate. You're basic with me. And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay, that's the plan, is to build with someone who's decent at building, and then they can more design that stuff. And then I work more on the automation. And then if we ever need to, we come together to work on automation or building or whatever. We put our heads together for something we need to put our heads together. But for the most part, it's like, you work on that, I work on this. And then we come together and make it a good looking area. That's really useful. Ideally, that's the plan. We'll see. We'll see how that turns out. I just realized something. The way this is, I realize. This needs to be a full block, and this needs to be a full little bit of the bottom of the boat. And then all of this will be block. Right? Yes. That gives me actually quite a bit of inside space too. Especially considering I can actually haul this out even more. Like, I don't need technically, like, I guess I need this, but I can hollow it out even more if I want to on the inside. The inside is actually me designing, which is why I need to do it in creative. Regardless, I'm still going for another 9 minutes. And I'm going to stream like exactly at the 2 hour mark probably, again, like yesterday. Except yesterday I guess went over like 10 minutes. But regardless, and then I'm going to do stuff like that. So, are we allowed to have shops above ground? No. This is underground. I'm going to have this in a cave. Like, the plan is to have a little plank. You know, walk the plank, but you walk the plank to go into the ship. So you walk the plank through the outer bit of glass. There'll be a hole in it, a little break in the glass. And then you walk through, and in here is the ship. And then you'll go underground in the ship. You'll go through maybe the captain's quarters. You go in here like a normal shipwreck, go underneath. And then here's the shop. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. It's not crazy. It's not that much space. Like, it's not that much, like, that's not that big of an area. It will take a few days to build it, of course, but it's gonna be my shop for the next, well, like 10 months of the server, so, you know, that's why I'm designing it now, because it's actually gonna, I might eventually pay a builder to make it look nice, but I want it to look decent, because this is my shop, literally my only shop for the entire server. So, it'll be my, you know, one man's trash, another's treasure, you know? That motto, and that's my shop. It's like, hey, this is excess I get from my self-reliance kind of playstyle. You want to buy this stuff I get automatically? Go ahead. I have extra of it. Go right ahead. Regardless, let's now get the rest of this beginning bit at least. So we have the up to the deck, and then the actual above deck, I will change a bit, I think. I will do the general shape, but I'll probably change the way it is to accommodate for a shop. Probably. To accommodate for a shop. We'll see. Let's see. Yeah, this is underground, because the whole shopping district's underground. At least right now it is. I think it's gonna stay that way, which I'm okay with. I actually like that. I like that it's underground. Alright, so on the back here, got it, memorized every other. We do a little slab. I didn't memorize how this was, though, to be fair. Yeah, just like that, I think. It's a little shipwreck in a bottle, except it won't be wrecked. There'll be like an intact ship. There won't be any holes or nothing, but like this one's basically a normal ship. That's why I spawned this one, to make sure I could see a normal ship design. I want it to be literally like the normal Minecraft ship. Of course, with a trim that doesn't come natural, but you know, I'd prefer the spruce and whatever than birch, personally. Alright, and then let's get more of the back, I think, done. So then the opposite alternation. Yes, except right here's nothing. I'm gonna have that be plain. So yeah, the opposite alternating. Okay. Anything I need to note for this? Alright, so then 3 on top of there, and then, yep, alternating. keep working until we get to the 2-hour mark. Then again, I'm gonna stream and start editing straight away because I need to get this video done for not tomorrow but Friday, and I'm gonna have it done on Friday. I mark my word. Don't mark my words actually, but it should be done by Friday, hopefully. I'm pretty excited for it. I spent a lot of time on it. Hopefully, it does good. Will it? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. It could not do good. There's always a chance it does horrible. Always a non-zero chance it does god-awful. Let's just build it up to, like, the deck, kind of like I did right here. So build it up to this height, which would be block, and then 2, and then the rest is all wood. Okay. Okay. And then I can design the above deck stuff. Block, and then... Is it like this? That doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right at all. I think it was like that. Yeah, I believe it's like that. Let me just double check. I keep going back and forth, back and forth. I want to make sure it's like literally just a shipwreck, and then I can just use that to base everything on. Yeah, it would look like that. Yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. And then what I gotta do for these sides? Am I just good to fill in these? Once I get this good, I'm good to fill it in. So just 2 and then turn the last one. Yeah, 2 and turn for the last one. Other than that, just up. 2 and turn and then up. And then of course they can add in all the little inside. Maybe I want to put windows and make it more roomy. Maybe. I mean, it's a pirate ship, so it shouldn't be roomy. How far up do I do this? The 2, the 3. How far up? 1 above the baseline. Okay. Good to know. So right there I need to go. Just like that. Then 3. I might change to give an extra little space there. Might. The word might. No guarantee. I will. There we go, and then boom. Cool. And then the rest is just wood. Wood on top of this, and then on top of that. I think it goes like that. How does it go outward from there? Is it out 1 or 2? It's just 1, right? It looks like out 0. Oh, okay. So out 0. And then the rest is the block behind it. Okay, cool. The rest is all on this layer right here. Built up. There's 2 blocks, which isn't even a lot. I think I actually design the interior here soon, but we'll have that good. The whole back of the ship now is good, minus, of course, the bit I add on top, which I will do all myself. Same with windows. I will do my own custom windows for little entranceway, however I want it. That seems really weird looking though, like that. So now I need to smooth. I do need to smooth it out. 3, 2. Okay. 3, 2, 3, 1. 3, 3, 1. I didn't do up to that, so it's 3, 3, 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wait, no, that doesn't seem right at all. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. What seems? This seems majorly wrong. I feel like I keep messing it up. What did I do? No, it is. It is like that. Yeah, no, it is like that. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then from there, 1, 2, 3. Is it just 1 on top of that? Yep, just 1 on top of that. And that is a window in the actual, but I will change it for my own purpose. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, there's the back of the ship. Now I just need to do the front of the ship, which we only have literally no time for. We're gonna wait to design the front of the ship. We're gonna wait on the front of the ship, and instead, I'm gonna end stream because I do want to get this video done. So I'm gonna go, and unless I get asked to join as a 5th for CS, like right after I end it, if I do, then I will come join. If not, then I will just probably get the video done and not stop for anything and just edit the video. If they ask me to join, though, I won't. Or if they ask for me specifically or like, hey, we need one, then I definitely will hop on. But if not, then I need to get this video. As much as I want to play CS, because I'm not gonna lie, I really do. I want to get my weekly, because my weekly refresh, and I haven't got it yet. I'm nowhere near getting it yet. But regardless, let me ignore that for now and get the little back shot. That's wrong. That's not what I meant. Not like that at all. Let's get the shot with this in the background, which I want to be even with the ship. So, what is the shipping on? 32. So then 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's right here. Right here is 17. So between these two blocks, way out here, as far as I can go without having that in the foreground, then that doesn't look even. I want to do even with the whole of the ship. I want it to be more weighted feel. So even with the whole, and this is the whole. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6, so right between these two, which is a little bit more off. Little off more. So I want it to be more weighted feel. Because I'm also going to zoom this in. So I want to go as far back as I can. Because I'm also going to zoom this in for the edit. Or just in general, I do that. That's an annoying thing though, because that's in the range, but I need this. I can't remove that. Like right here. Well, that doesn't put it all in screen, but I want it a little bit in screen, so I'm going to cut that out again. Regardless, so maybe stand between these ones. Look straight. This is roughly straight. That is good, I think. Let's just look even with this. Just like right there, and then I can cut out what I want for that. Try to line it up even-ish with the ship. Right, is my little hair head with it. Yep, cool. And now let's do the time. That would be best. Time set noon? No. How about time set day? No, it's definitely noon. I like noon better. Alright, and I just sit here, F1 for a little bit. Until I have the shot I want. And then I will zoom it in past that glass right there, so it won't matter. Maybe I do want it even. I don't know. This feels kind of weird because it'll be off-centered. I don't really like off-centered. So maybe I do want it even with the whole thing as a whole. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this. I can make it more weighted if I want. Make it more to the left side and make it a little bit weighted on the right side for feel. Regardless, I am ending stream for today. I will be back tomorrow for actually finishing this design and then also putting it into Limelight. Let me just turn it a little bit. I didn't need to do that. I'll take one of the takes from before. That'll be fine. Regardless, I'm going to stream for today. I'll be back tomorrow to actually finish getting the rough ship design and designing the interior. If I get done with that tomorrow, which I probably will, and the extra time I have up to the 2-hour mark is going to get stuff done to actually upload on Friday. If I get after Friday, I won't even have to worry, which is nice. After the video is actually up and the promo's up, I can more just relax and more just chill. Till then, though, I can't. I gotta get I want to get this up. Regardless, I'm gonna stream for today. I'll be back tomorrow to actually finish designing the interior and everything for this. I of course have to do still the front of the ship and then actually designing the inside and planning out a little cabin back here to actually have you walk in and then go underground here for the actual shop part of it. Which means I might want to raise this up a block as well. Regardless, I'm gonna stream. I'll be back tomorrow to do that. I need to finish this video, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. See you tomorrow, everybody. See you tomorrow for more Limelight. See you then. Goodbye. See you then. Goodbye.